Family, I am joined by the Brittany, Addison, and the Anna Norman. They're joining us. They work for Covanta, and as I understand it, it's a organization, a company that is dedicated to turning various types of material waste into something sustainable. So we're having a conversation about sustainable energy,
right?
And also what it's like to be Black women in that industry, in that environment. So, Brittany, you are the corporate outreach manager, that's right?
Yes, I am the manager of community outreach. I cover a territory that includes most of the greater Philadelphia area, including right outside of Philadelphia, Chester, Pennsylvania, and Camden, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. And Anna, you tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so I'm the employment counsel at Covanta, and that basically means that I do work in race discrimination, age discrimination, whistleblowers, sexual harassment, basically anything that can happen to you at work that is not workers' comp.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also the managing attorney of our company's political action committee, which is really cool.
Got it. So I want to ask you, Brittany, in your work as community outreach manager, we as Black and brown folks, we are traditionally, historically, always on the front lines of pollution and all of these things that really can impact our health from like an environmental standpoint. So I kind of want to ask, what are some of the conversations been like when you're going out into the community and representing Covanta, and how is Covanta helping to reduce the carbon footprint?
Okay, so actually, like most of the time when we're out in the community, it's a love or a hate for us, and I think most of the hate comes from people actually not knowing who we are and what we do, and how much we actually are in the community and trying to be the very best corporate neighbor that we can be.
Yeah.
So essentially in my role, what I do is I will go out into the community and ask them, what needs do you guys have? Because ultimately as a corporate entity, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know unless you're out there actually talking to people and making sure that we're giving and supporting in ways that they think is actually rewarding in some type of way to them. Also, with that being said, we are a industry that deals in waste, and we combust waste and we turn it into energy on the back end. But with that, we have a lot of people that are in our immediate area that might have some issues, or their children may have some issues of some sort. So we try to do our best to make sure we're being super transparent in how we're doing our action items and deliverables, because ultimately I'm a brown girl from the community. I grew up right down the street in Wilmington, Delaware, and I want to make sure that they're getting the very best of our company like I would want if it was me growing up.
Mm-hmm. So this for you is, it's personal.
It's personal,
it's
definitely.
personal.
Yeah. I grew up running around the streets of Chester. So Chester is very much my home. You'll see when I'm out in the community in Chester, like, we're family, and I take it seriously.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah, and then Anna, I understand, like, this is your first corporate gig.
Yes.
So how as a Black girl, as a brown girl, like woman, I should say, how has your experience been so far?
My experience has been fantastic. By way of background, for the last, maybe 6 years or so, I've been a litigator. So that means I was a trial attorney. Mm-hmm. I, am in court. I've represented companies. I've represented employees. How my work at Covanta is different than that is I am an opportunity to be boots on the ground. I see these issues percolating and knowing how these issues play out in the legal space and understanding here is our risk, but also being able to have the space and voice and job to say, hey, is this racist? Are we making race conscious decisions? Should we be? Why are we doing these things? And really being the check on some of our processes. I work very closely with human resources. And when they're making these decisions, when an employee sues a company, they're like, HR didn't do this, they were supposed to do this, they're not. And I'm a person who understands what HR is supposed to be doing. Having represented employees, I also understand what matters to these employees, right? Everyone wants to go to work and where they can make money and be dignified. And people want to work hard. People want to be respected, and they want to like who they work with. And I am a person who's like that and take that very seriously, especially protecting our needs, protecting the needs of women, people of color, people of different industries, religions, creeds, whatever they are. So I think that it's really fantastic that I have the ability at Covanta to be able to do that. And when you can empower yourself internally, it bleeds out into the work that Britt does and into the community ultimately.
And I also want to ask about, this process of converting waste into energy. Are we talking about like fuel? How can you speak to that at all?
Yeah, so the waste that we get is basically essentially curbside waste in the facilities that I'm in. So whatever you would take outside to your neighborhood trash that you didn't take the recycling out of, or whatever's left in your trash is what we take, combust it, and turn it into energy.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's awesome. I mean, if people want to find out more about Covanta and the work that you guys are doing, where can they find that?
Okay, so of course you can go to our website at covanta.com. It gives the missions and everything daily for each facility. So if there's a facility in your area and you're interested in seeing like what our numbers are for the day, it updates every 24 hours. So if access to that, that's just us being super transparent in our processes. You can also email me at Addison, Baddison, at covanta.com. If there's a specific question that you have, if I don't know the answer, I can get you to the person who does have the answer.
Hey, I see you, Addison. Okay. And just one last thing. So Covanta, is it just like central to like the Philly area, or is it nationwide?
We're nationwide. We're actually international.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
We really appreciate having you guys, and I hope that you all are enjoying the conference while you're here.
It's been great.
It's been fantastic. Yeah, I've been having a great time.
Black with No Chaser. We love you guys.
For sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good.
I hope that was good.
Can y'all wait?
Okay.
I was gonna say, can we pretend like we doing something so I can send it to